Dingo, Dingo.
Created by Startfall.
This is the story of a very naughty boy who lived on the island nation of Australia. His family owned a sheep station just outside of a small town. The people of the town were very proud of the sheep on the station. It was their opinion that the flock was the best for 1,000,000 miles around. The sheep's big fluffy coats, called fleece, were bought and sold all around the world. The boy kept watch over the sheep. It was his job to protect the flock from wild dogs, called dingoes. It was lonely work and he was often bored. I'm sorry to mention it, but this boy would do anything for attention. The sheep wandered and grazed on the hills above the town. Most of the time they were near enough to the town for the boy to see and hear the townspeople. The boy thought to himself, "I'm so bored watching these sheep. Every day goes by the same as the last. I need some action." The boy did a very naughty thing. He cried out loud and clear, "Dingo! Dingo! A dingo is after the sheep!" He waited at the top of the hill for a reaction from the town. The townspeople's reaction was better than he expected. Mothers and fathers, sons and daughters all ran up the hill to save the sheep. Red-faced and panting, they asked, "Where is it? Where's the dingo?" The boy answered them with a laugh. "There was no dingo. I was only joking." The townspeople were angry. "What a naughty boy you are! We thought your parents taught you better than that." They turned and walked back in the direction of the town. An old woman stayed behind to caution the boy. She sat down beside him and said, "You must be lonely up here. Sheep do not make the best companions." The boy only wrinkled his nose and tried to ignore her. "Ignore me if you want, but I thought I ought to warn you." She said her next words with passion. "No one believes a liar, even when he tells the truth." Several weeks passed before the sheep returned to graze near the town. As night fell, the boy could see cozy fires glowing in the houses below. He thought, "I bet the townspeople would fall for my prank a second time." I'm sorry to say the boy did not remember the old woman's words of caution. He put his hand to his mouth and cried out into the night, "Dingo! Dingo! A dingo is after the sheep!" A great commotion rose up from the town. The boy knew the townspeople would soon be up on the hill. He thought he was clever and laughed to himself. "I can't wait to see their silly pajamas." Sure enough, mothers and fathers, sons and daughters, all came running up the hill barefoot and in their pajamas. They waved their torches right and left. "Where is it? Where's the dingo?" "There is no dingo," answered the boy. "You sure are easy to trick. You fell for my joke a second time." Perhaps you have heard of the word emotion. Emotion is another word for feeling. Now, usually, when you hear a funny joke, you feel joy. This was not the emotion the townspeople were feeling. No, the townspeople felt angry. Some of them said, "That boy should be taught a lesson." Others said, "I can't believe he called us out in our bare feet and pajamas." No one laughed at the naughty boy's prank, not even the author of this story. The little boy knew the people were angry. How could he miss it? To tell you the truth, he even began to regret his prank. For several weeks, the sheep grazed quietly and the boy kept to himself. But wouldn't you know it, one early morning, a pack of dingoes really did come after the flock. The boy cried out a third time, "Dingoes! Wild dingoes! Dingoes are after the sheep!" The town stayed silent. No mothers or fathers came running up the hill. No sons or daughters wearing pajamas asked, "Where are they? Where are the dingoes?" No one came to help save the sheep. I'm happy to say that this time the boy did remember the old woman's words of caution. But I'm sad to say that it was much too late. The dingoes began to eat the entire flock. Not all the townspeople ignored the boy's cries. The old woman heard. She knew his cries were not a prank. She ran up the hill. With her help, she and the boy were able to save some of the sheep. The boy and the old woman became companions. She kept him company when the flock was near town. She taught him better ways to spend his time. Sometimes he made her laugh by telling jokes. You can be sure of one thing. He never, ever told a lie again.
The end.